Hey guys, what is up? It is SSD Middleman here with Guides for Us All, and today we'll be checking out the new infested burst rifle, the Hema. Before we get into the weapon itself, let's check out how to get it. All you need to do is research it in the dojo, then craft it. Well, the research requires 5,000 credits, 5,000 mutagen samples, 10,000 plastids, 45,000 nanospores, and 50 neurodes. That's not too bad, right? Well, unfortunately, those are the requirements before you multiply it based on your clan size. My clan is a mountain clan, so it's these requirements times 30. That wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the mutagen samples. If it were any kind of sample besides mutagen samples, it wouldn't even be an issue. But Warframe doesn't have a big focus on infested missions at the moment, so if you want to farm these, you'll have to head into the Orican Derelict. You can get about 300 to 400 of these per hour with a resource booster in the survival mission with 4 players, Necros, and all the good farming frames. Basically, the crafting requirements are crazy. Finally, we can move on to the weapon itself. The Hema is a burst rifle with high status chance and pretty much meh stats on everything else. The stats are on screen right now, so you can see, like I said, has high status chance and low pretty much everything else. It does have innate viral damage though, which works really well with the high status chance. Let's check out my unformed mod build. I use the 4 dual status mods to get corrosive and blast damage added onto the weapon. Then I use split chamber and serration, and finally you can throw on a regular elemental mod for more damage, or maybe vile acceleration to increase the fire rate. This isn't the best mod build and I could definitely improve it, so let me know what kind of build you guys would use or how I could improve the current build. Now into the gameplay. The weapon is just average. The damage output is decent, and the super high status chance plus 3 elemental effects definitely does work on enemies. The weapon also has a few interesting effects. First off, headshots will restore 10% of the damage dealt to the enemy, which is pretty nifty, although this is countered by the fact that the weapon will drain your health when you reload it. Basically, you need to get some headshots to make sure you don't run out of health. The effect is unique, but it doesn't really matter that much in my opinion. They both just counteract each other and it amounts to nothing. Now let's check out the downsides. The weapon is burst fire with projectiles as opposed to hit scan. This is a huge problem, especially since the projectiles are pretty slow. You'll need to lead your shots ahead of the enemies to make sure they hit, and long range combat with this is pretty iffy. That's unfortunate because long range battles is one of my favorite things about the burstin'. There's not much else to say about this weapon. It's not terrible, but it's most certainly not good. It's a mastery fodder weapon that has insane crafting requirements. I'd like to point out that I don't have a problem with insane crafting requirements, but they have to make the weapon worth the effort. With the Hema, it's just not. I'm going to give this weapon a 4 out of 10 in its current state. It doesn't deal too much damage. The high status chance plus 3 elements on the weapon is pretty cool, and the unique effect is absolutely pointless. So maybe if they lowered the crafting requirements or the research requirements, that would help it a little bit, but I have a feeling nobody's going to be using this weapon at all. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating down below and subscribe to see some more videos in the future. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook at GuidesForUsAll, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.